Everybody, and welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mr. Craven. Alright, so today is the patch day for console players for Clockwork City. And I hope the people who's going to work today decided to put their console in hibernation or something to download while they're away. Just so when they come home, they can plug in and start playing it. So it's going to be great, guys. You're going to really like it. It's going to give players reasons to go into dungeons. So even if they have those sets, they can say, you know what, I do need transmutation crystals. I'm going to do those daily. So once again, it incentivizes the importance of doing dailies, and I always think that's a plus. So way to go, Zoss. Also, you guys get a whole new quest line. You guys get access to a new area outside of Tamriel, so you guys are going to really like it. It's great. Devs did awesome. So for me today, luckily I have a PC account. I'm not affected by the maintenance, so I'm going to go ahead and hit these dailies up. I'm still working on the Stamp Sork. I got the Undaunted Pass of the 6 yesterday. Just still hammering it out. Patch day. Yes, it is. Good morning, Lewis. Falkrith hold. I actually need that skill point, I think. If I crash, I'm sorry about it. I'm experiencing some weird lag. I don't know if it's on my end or... My comrade, the banished cells. Okay, 2. That's not bad. Morning, Snoop! Patch day, dude! Yes! I need this today so bad. I need this necklace. I did City of Ash 1 and I couldn't get it, and even though it's a bitch, even for my current Undaunted, I will be queuing this. Oh my god, I just like, oh, I have to have it. Forgot to do the Falkrith hold queue. I need this. I need it. Yes. City of Ash. City of Ash. I will be farming the hell out of this today. Waiting for the EU work to finish before I can download it. Oh. Damn it. Banished cells. Shit. I still need the daily, but damn it. I want that City of Ash. I have to have that. I need the necklace. That's the only thing I'm missing on my DPS mag DK is that necklace. Then I can finalize that build. Food looks good. We look. Oh, that's another thing I gotta switch out. 1 second. Fighter Guild. I was getting Sky Charged yesterday afternoon. Skill point. Quest. Where's my fucking healer? It amazes me that Templars still use both. Get this thing killed. Morning, Robert. Why is it fucking lag? You're going to fight your way through all of this. This better be worth it. It's a weird, weird delay, man. Just was that dude just spamming an ability? Oh no, I see him doing something. Sanctuary. Wanted to get the patch before I went to work, but stupid NA server maintenance preventing that. Yeah, that's why if you put it on hibernation, it'll still download. A 24 gigabyte update on the console. Yeah. How do you move the chat box to the right side of the screen? Are you on a phone? Don't mind that, guys. That's my granddaughter. Okay. I think I got the aggro. This is why you put them in the other area. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. Feels like I'm lagging. It'd help if I didn't have to move so much. This tank's doing a great job, but... Is he debuffing this fucker? That's another thing I'm wondering, starting to know. Let me see. Major fracture. Nope. I don't see it. Sad, man. And then, of course, I take aggro. Looking for it. I don't see it. It's not applied. That's slowing DPS down a lot.
I'm impressed with the keeper. It takes a strong will to control a Daedra of that kind. I wonder what Daedra you could bend to your will.
I bet you he doesn't. I bet you he's not using Pierce. I can smell these things. It's already in maintenance, so and maintenance will attach the file for download. Ah, fucking. Yeah, I'm not seeing the debuff applied. What the fuck is this tank doing? We have no major fracture or major breach. No problem here. You're killing. This tank is killing me. Ugh. It's pug life. Yep. DK tank with a staff. Sure. It is Elder Scrolls. I can't complain about it. I just wish he'd have board on one side. I'm cool with the staff thing. I'm cool with all that. Just please give me the major fracture, though. That's all I'm asking. Funny thing about it is DKs can do that. Like, they can use Obnoxious Breath and still apply the major fracture. They don't need to go ahead and pierce armor. They can do the breath, the Obnoxious Breath, and that'll give it to you. It's like, what the fuck, man? If you're going to do some crazy build, at least substitute your friggin' utilities. I'm cool with it. I hate these synergies laying on top of each other. Actually, I think it's the other DPS. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's a DK, man. He's got Eben on. I'm cool with all that. Just give me the major fracture, please. Yeah, he's using Inner Rage. Uh-oh. About to say, I think my controller just went stupid. Oh, no, 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 no! My controller keeps doing stupid shit. I'm gonna have to buy that port today. It's going nuts. Sure. Can you move the bitch out of the circles? Uh-oh, no, no, no! Oh no, my controller's doing it again. I think I'm stuck, guys. Yep, my controller went dumb. Yep, I'm froze. There it goes again. I can't move. My access is gone. Hi, Jordan. I'm trying to fix it on the fly, but I'm stuck. I can pan around. I can't do anything else. Yep. If you guys hear that, it's my controller doing all funky stuff. I'm wired in because my Bluetooth took a hit. Like I said, I'm trying to get a rig, fix up my rig, and some of my updates on my motherboard is out of date. So let me try to unplug it in the back, replug it in, see if that works. Yeah, onboard parameters are starting to get outdated, so it's a problem. Yeah, I can't pan around. The middle button is working. The axis isn't. This sucks. Morning rock. And I'm not very good with the keyboard and mouse. I'm completely stuck. Technical difficulties and everything. And it's when I'm hitting my triggers. This sucks. He's not using major fracture. What we have here is Banished Cells 2, and my USB, I'm hardlined into my controller because my Bluetooth went shit. So, because they quit, like, updating the drivers for my motherboard, and I've been hardlined, and now it's been going to shit as well. And look, I can't even accept the res at this point because my controller parameters are gone. Let me try to open up the program and whatever. I might have to drop. I might have to call it. Yeah, it's banished cells, but there's nothing I can do. Like, my hardware is crap at the moment. It's an issue. It is a serious issue. Okay. Let me try it now. Nope. I'm fucked. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Nothing I can do. I'm gonna have to bounce group, and because there's not a damn thing I can do. I don't even know how to use the keyboard in group settings or anything. That's the problem. There's in other MMOs I'm accustomed to it. In this one, not so much. I tried. It's not. It's literally. It's my drivers for my motherboard, Krill. I need a new barebone system. I'm needing a new barebone because my USB and my Bluetooth parameters, the drivers, my system's a little over 3 years old, and I'm using an Asus motherboard, but they didn't update my drivers. So when my Bluetooth went shit, I can't get updated drivers. Some reason ESO doesn't DL in rest mode anymore, so I had my daughter log on into my PS4. She went to school. Hopefully it won't time out, right? Hopefully, Uology. But yeah, this is a problem. Like, when they quit updating drivers, it's an issue. It's a serious issue. Like, I don't even know the command prompt to open up the group setting. Right here. And look, I'm in controller mode, and because of that, I can't even like scroll down to do anything about it, to leave group or anything. So I'm gonna have to quit the group, quit the game, log into another one, and wrap this up. It sucks. This sucks. I was using a Bluetooth. I'll be back in a second. You guys will see the screen in a second. I was using a Bluetooth. But yeah, I'm hardline now to the PC with my controller through my USB line. My drivers in my system are screwed because my motherboard's a little over 3 years. Well, I bought it 3 years ago, but the motherboard I think is like actually 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. So they quit updating the drivers. So my Bluetooth went shit on my motherboard. And all of a sudden, because they didn't update drivers, now my USB ports are going to shit because the drivers aren't being updated for the motherboard. And I need a new barebone, but I'm a poor man, whatever. And it sucks. It sucks at the moment. Most of the time, I don't have too much of a problem with keyboard and mouse. But when it comes to controllers lately, it's the last whatever. It's just a multitude of things. No, I have an Xbox controller and I have a PS controller. And I use an app, but like no matter what I do for whatever controller, it's my drivers. They're just not supported anymore. It's a problem. And it's like, it sucks. It just, ugh. Lately it's been getting worse, and I just need to, like, see, now look. Now I can use my my controller. So I'll just go ahead, go on here, and it's fine for a while. And then all of a sudden, it's like, for some reason, it just, when it freezes up, Like my accesses won't work, my buttons won't work. I can still use my my pad, but there's nothing I can do. I'm completely locked up. And it's just a driver issue. It's not ZOS. It's my rig. So yeah, I'm just needing a new bare bone. It just comes down to that. I mean, hardware components I don't need per se. Like, I don't need RAM. I don't need hard drive. I don't need any of those things. Now look. See, now I'm good. Okay. Now you're good. See, now I can move around, except, you know, I'm still loading in. But see, look, now I can move around. But once those drivers go to just crazy, it's nuts. Yeah, it's just a driver issue, man. It's my system's old, and when a company stops updating drivers, it goes to shit. Yeah, I can use a controller. I'm not good with keyboard and mouse with this game, so because I started off on console, and unfortunately for me, at this moment, see, I can do it. And it's fine, but when I start pushing a bunch of buttons and everything gets locked up because I don't have updated drivers, it freezes it up and becomes a problem. Yeah, no, I've done both. Currently, I'm using the PS4. I have Xbox controller, and I have the problem on both ends. It doesn't matter what brand of controller. I can put whatever. I could put a Razer controller on here, and it wouldn't even matter. It's a driver issue, is what it is. I know what the problem of it is. It's not a controller driver. It's my actual motherboard parameters is the issue. So my USB driver no longer updated. Went to shit. It can't even read anymore. And all of a sudden now my USB lines are getting like screwed up to the point where it'll recognize and de-recognize the hardware, and it's a problem. It's just like, it happens. It's like nothing's wrong with the system, they just quit updating the drivers. Companies do that. So why? So you have to buy the new stuff. It works, you know. My hardware is fine. Problem of it is the software for the hardware is the issue. So yeah, sucks. It sucks. Ugh. That's like PS3. I heard Sony's going to do away with you know, updates for the PS3, or have already. I'm not sure. And you don't think that's an issue until you get online, and all of a sudden you notice that you can still play your old PS3 games. You just can no longer do any online features with the PS3 because they quit updating for the PS3. The drivers for it, and sooner or later it becomes void. It becomes pointless to even have a PS3 because there's no software for it anymore, no updates. Right, Rock. What I end up having to use is a third-party program developed for PlayStation controllers, and what that allows me to do is use it in a way, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but if I hit my middle button, all of a sudden, I don't know if you can see it on screen, a little controller option will come up like the Xbox. But the only difference of the PlayStation and the Xbox is I have a middle mouse pad. Try a USB cable. No, right. No, I have it hardlined with the cable, Rock. My Bluetooth is dead because there's no driver update. I can't Bluetooth anything now, so I have to use the line. My driver's dead. It's dead in the water. Yeah. I love these companies. Guess what? We're going to keep pushing out drivers until you have to have them. You're going to buy more. But it's fine. I mean, like I said, my motherboard's 3 years old. I mean the motherboard itself's probably like 5, but I think about 2 years ago they quit updating the drivers for it. It just sucks. I'm like, oh my god. So, yeah, it is what it is. It sucks. But look, now I'm fine. Now I can move around, do all my normal shit. So today, I'll probably try to... and I don't know if I can get the USB, like, I can get the toggle Bluetooth, but I have to plug it in my USB, and that, once again, that's a driver issue. I don't know, man. I might have to suck it up and just stay on the PS4 a while until I can get a bare bone. That's probably what I'll have to do. Probably have to do that. I might. I don't know. Unless they have some crazy awesome deal on a new egg that has a decent motherboard and processor that it's affordable. So that's relatively within my parameters of my RAM and everything and my bus. But we'll see. It sucks, man. It sucks. It's just drivers, man. It's a driver issue. It's nothing I can do about it. Fucking A. Alright, guys. I hated to call this early, but it's going to continue happening. Can always try a mouse and keyboard for a day. I can't rock. I've tried. My bar swap on keyboard and mouse. I'm fine with the mouse for the weaving. I'm cool with that. I have no problem with weave rotation with mouse and keyboard. Problem of it is my back bar, switching to my back bar. If I had my gaming pad still, which I don't, it would probably be easier. But I don't have my gamepad anymore. And no way, man. There's just no way I can do it. I've tried. Look, I can put this down, and I'm terrible. Like, my weave rotation's fine, but it's when I switch out and I'm trying to get these buttons down, it fucks up. Because I'm trying to walk and hit these buttons and stuff, and I fuck up. That's why I said, like, a gamepad would be good for me, because the way the buttons are, they're too long across the board. And then having to move, and then, you know, I have no problem with movement, WASD. I have no problem panning. I have no problem weaving. It's my bar swap on my move. It's not as fluent for me. Hey, Carl. Hey, Mystic. Those markers going to be that visible on PS4? No. What, these markers? No, this isn't that on there, bud. You don't have that. Yeah, no, you don't have it. You don't have these markers. You'll never have these markers. You're a console player. It's never going to happen. It's why PC players kind of like, you know, oh, look, I can get all these little cool, nifty add-ons. And they do help. Like, look at this. I'll throw up the map, scroll out, and now you can see all the sky shards. Well, I don't have any on here. But there's one. You can see sky shards, all sorts of stuff. Yep. But no, I mean, I'm cool with, like I said, just kind of traditional WASD. But my problem is my bar swap rotation. It's not going to fly. Not as much as I hit my rotation in on. Some people can do it better than I can. But I can't do it. It just sucks. This is what happens when you go from a PC to a console and you get spoiled on friggin' controller. And then you have to try to adapt back to a keyboard and mouse. But I never liked keyboard and mouse anyways. I always did gamepad. I was competitive. I didn't have time to fuck with a bar between 1 through 0. That's a long ways. Give me a short and shit that I can macro in. Like, and it's on the left is, like, you could technically set up your attacks on your numpad, but the problem of it is your mouse is usually right-handed. So typically when I had a gamepad, I had gamepad set to left, mouse to right. Or you can even get a gamepad with a mouse configured into it, but I don't do that. Like, I would keep my mouse to my right, my gamepad to my left. So it's like, you know, whatever. Mystic, have you ever done a leveling grinding guide? Yeah. Yeah. I have. I'm not a full one. Just basically the easiest way to do it. Like, I know a lot of people were doing Skyreach. I never liked Skyreach. I think Skyreach is kind of like was like okay, it's good for drops and stuff, but for CP gain, I didn't find it beneficial really. I was like, no. I like the world grind better, and it depends where you're at and how many people you have in a party. If you're by yourself, it's whatever. Just get lore books and harvest maps and destination add-on for PC, and you're good to go, right? That's what I did. I used Xbox One controller with Xpatter the entire 3 years I've been on ESO. Yeah, you know, and that's and you can do that. That's what I did. I don't have. I'd love to go back gamepad, but once again, everything's connected USB. So if my drivers are a problem with a controller, I can't imagine what's going to happen in another couple months. You know what I'm saying? It's an issue. Like this, everything right here is on my toggle stick in my USB driver. So I'm not Bluetooth. I have a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, but you have to put your toggle stick in your USB. So it has an individual Bluetooth, and that's fine. Okay, great, perfect. But when driver updates aren't being, you know, they're not working drivers, sooner or later your shit's going to stop working. But yeah, I love PC. I'm going to stay on it, but I'm just going to have to. I don't know. Does anybody think that if I get the individual USB driver, even if my drivers aren't being updated for USB, right? Because everything's internal. And my onboard took a shit, if I get the toggle, would that resolve my problem? That's what I'm wondering now. Mr. Craven has done pretty much every video possible. You want to know something about ESO, look back on his videos. He's got it all. Yeah, I got a lot of shit. I try to separate it. I try to categorize it as best as possible. So I do have categories on my playlist. But yeah, this is crazy. I'm on keyboard and mouse right now. Ugh. Oh my god. This sucks. This blows. Just doing this feels weird to me. Too many buttons, man. Spread out. My problem of it is not how many buttons there are on a keyboard. I'm used to that. Problem of it is the layout. I never liked the layout, even when I was hardcore, a hardcore gamer. I always. What's your budget on a new PC? I'm not needing a whole PC, Krill. I'm just needing a bare bone. So the bare bone is always going to be different. I'm usually looking at. Well, you can get, I don't even know. Let me take a look at something. It's all about your bus is more or less what you're looking at. What you have already for hardware and why you don't want to go ahead and like you want the same DDR configuration and stuff. And I don't need a case if I get the same board parameters. So I just need, for example, I'm on Newegg. Motherboard, processor, combos. And you don't need top of the line. A lot of people want to go top line, and that's a waste most of the time. And so one of the things I always have to take a look at is just, you know, what I usually go with like Asus, you know. It's got a lot more selection. And for some reason the shitload is just crazy. Yeah. Newegg website's doing some weird funky stuff. I don't know what the hell is going on. It won't scroll down. Every other website's fine, except for some reason Newegg. Fuck it. Fuck you, Newegg. I'll go to Tiger Direct. You want to not do some shit? Better fix that shit, Newegg. Now, for some reason, they didn't package it together. But like right here, you can get, like I can get a motherboard within the similar parameters for 130. That's without the CPU. And I run an AMD processor. And my processor is 200. So it's like 300. It's like 300 and something. Mystic, will you be on PS4 at all this week? Yeah, I will be, Carl. I will be. You can display Mobo USB once you have a PCI USB card. Remove the old driver and install the ones for the card, and you will have a all new USB ports. Yeah, I could get individualized USB. Yeah, on my PCI. That's not a bad idea. Because then I would have the updated version. That's actually a brilliant idea, Rock. So I can just go ahead and order an individualized USB. A USB card with PCI Express. Using my PCI Express slot. Because I'm not using that slot for anything. That's a brilliant idea. Actually, and that'd be a lot cheaper because we're looking at $20-something. That's actually a great idea. Would you mind if I add you to friends list on PCNA Mystic? No, of course not. Of course not. You can add me. All of you guys can add me as a friend any time of the day, every day of the week. It just sucks right now. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. I'll probably get a PCI Express and everything like that. Now, here's another thing. My processor is actually pretty good, but the problem of it is when you go to a new motherboard, what we have to take a look at is what we call pins on your processor. How many pin sets you have, what your pin set is for your, if you can transfer that CPU onto a new motherboard. So even if I got a new motherboard, I might not have the same pin set. And that can be a huge issue. Like, I know I always love it when somebody's like, well, just get a new motherboard. And I'm like, well, even if I get a new motherboard, I might need a whole new processor anyways, because how many pins is on the processor, that motherboard might not be adaptable to that processor. You know, there are some motherboards have backward compatibility and some don't. So, you know, everything, parameters and specifications is always important when you're looking at hardware like that. And I think a lot of people want to go console because you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to know anything about it. But if you're going to be a PC gamer and you're going to be tech savvy, you have to know what you're doing. And you have to know that. If you're not a geek and you're not a nerd and whatever else, I will be your friend too. I think you already are. Oh no, I appreciate it, Rock. You can always add me, man. You know, my community. You guys are my community. You guys, I consider you guys like family to me, and an extended part of my family. So you guys are more than welcome to add me as a friend. And it sucks so bad. I'm so upset about this. Yeah, you need to know the language type for the CPU and or the LGA type for the CPU and match proper MOBO with that. Yeah, you have to. You have to. You have to be. You have to be. I hate to say it, if you're going to build systems, like I can build a system with the like toaster components of an old system. Not. It might not be, ideal, but I can do it. I know how to do it. But writing software is a whole different issue altogether. And even if you know what the problem of it is in software, it doesn't necessarily mean you can actually resolve it, because there's other things as far as like your OS, getting your operating system. Like hypothetically, let's say you can get, you can write the driver for the operating system to recognize the hardware. The problem of it is now we have specifications for other software that has to recognize those parameters in order to register. Like, for example, ZOS enables controllers. So by doing so, it will allow me to use a controller in their software. Problem of it is, if they didn't have it, I would be unable, or I'd have to try to configure it, but it might not actually accept a lot of like the access points for movement. Mr. Graven, King of Nerds, I can't seem to find your at name. It's at Mystic Raven 40. Let me go ahead. I'll write it in here. That's my my ID. LG is a link grid array. The pin layout of the CPU is so that the mobile has to have a proper socket for the LGA type, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, even if I get a new motherboard, the pin set might not, work. I mean, if I can find a backward compatible and try to transfer it and intermittently. See, I can't even do this. Like, I don't even know how to, like, how do you move, the thing? So I don't even know how to do that. I hit WSD mouse over. I don't even know how to do that. Damn it. I suck at, like, oh my god. But yeah, no, Rock, I think that's a brilliant idea. I think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with the PCI Express. And we'll try that, because at least I'll have the updated driver. And the PCI Express is fine. Like, all the hardware, as far as internal hardware goes, we're good to go. Upgraded, the things that they quit maintenancing on my shit was USB parameters. And my BIOS. So my BIO update is, I think, less than a year out. So I have no BIO update either, which I don't care. How do I open my social? Okay, there's add friend. How do I, what's, I'll do it this way. I'll hit the controller. My controller's working right now. Social. Alright. Okay. There it is. It's sent. Move mouse. Yeah, okay. Well, here's my mouse, right? There's my mouse. Oh, you mean move mouse to do it? Oh, for the thing. See, I'm trying to get used to it. I can't do it. I feel foreign. I feel like I should, like, go. The gamepads are expensive too. That's another thing. Like, that's what kind of one of the reasons I got out of it. Like, gamepads are like a really good gamepad is like $60 to $80 for a gamepad, and I mean, it's just the gamepad. Like, I would get top of the line gamepad, like, and completely be able to customize everything on that fucker. And the gamepads are great. It's like a mini keyboard. in the palm of your hand, you know, with everything accessible. It's like a controller on steroids. And when I was competitive PvPer, that's what I enjoyed. Like, I was competitive PvP. I ain't had time to mess around with a keyboard and numlocks and this and that. Hell no. I got to kill people. Give me a gamepad, man. That's what I want. Like, and I did it. But now, I've been getting out of that, so I don't get any of that stuff anymore. So now I'm like, I don't know how people get on a keyboard and mouse and stay competitive. Some people might be able to, like, you know, like, I don't know. People can type fast, and if they can type fast and move their fingers in a, you know, whatever, cool deal. But I can't do it. I'm just trying to play with this whole keyboard and mouse shit. It's weird to me. So the way this works, guys, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I want to say your ultimate is 6, maybe. And then you tab out, or you hit the button beside the one that switches your bar. And then you have your other button still. Right? Which is whatever. And then 6 for... And then you tab out again. And there's nothing 7, 8, or 9, or 10. Oh, okay. I found the champion thing. Maybe. What is that, 9? Or no, it was... No, how did I do that? I don't even know. USB PCI card is about 20 bucks. Yeah, $20. Not very expensive. That's actually a brilliant idea, Rock. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I would have totally bypassed that idea. It's not a bad idea. I'm actually going to probably do that. And then I can also, with that, I could probably get one of those toggles and re-Bluetooth, so I don't have to hardline it, because this line is just, it's fucking with me. So I could spend about 30 bucks, because it's like $8 for a toggle stick. So I could, 30 bucks, and it should fix my issue until I can get a new barebone running. That is cheap, and us in Canada would pay $40 or $50 for a PCI card. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, you also go for sales. I don't know if you guys have like something like Black Friday in Canada, Carl, but you know, could you please type out your PSN user name? Okay, yeah, no problem. My PSN. That's my PSN. I have 2 different ways of spelling Mystic Raven. Everybody always asks me, are you the Mystic Raven? I'm like, well, I don't know. How's it spelled? And sometimes I'll fuck with people. But yeah, most of the time, I am the only Mystic Raven. Let me grab my controller to do this, because I don't even know how to do that. Like, hit the accept thing. I don't even know how to do all that on the keyboard. But then Delta had the same problem going from PC to console, was getting adjusted to controllers. But for me, I work, like, I can control, like, everything at once without even flinching. But when I've been doing dungeons or something, it's been an issue for me. And it runs smooth until, like, something will, like, just fuck up. See? And then I can pan around. I'm more accustomed to this type of play style. That's why I don't want to give it up. And it is a world of a difference, guys. Make no doubt about it. If we had to plug in a keyboard and mouse on console tomorrow, you guys would be like, what the fuck do I do? It'd be a whole different experience. Yeah, I see you as offline, though. Oh, really? Let me see something. Is it appearing me offline? Oh. Yep. Sometimes I have to do it. Like, some people will send me tells. Like, seriously, guys, I don't think people, like, I don't even know how it happens. Like, I don't feel like I'm anything, but, like, one time on my PSN, I actually had to appear offline. I had to. It was nuts. I was getting, like, insane amount of tells. Like, can you help me with this build? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, oh, I felt like, oh shit. Like, I usually, like, will help one or two people that ask, and I'll throw them into PSN or something. Hey, Jeremy. But all of a sudden you get overwhelmed. Like, I was getting, like, back to back tells, and I'm like, holy shit, man. Holy damn, man. But I always accept friend requests, and I always try to help people. You know, I feel like I don't want to ever feel like, you know, I can't help people. Sometimes it just gets too overwhelming even for me. So, yeah, I don't know what I would do if I can't do this. Yeah, I just switched it. It's just becoming a habit for me to appear offline. You know? It's just becoming a habit. Sometimes I forget to even turn it on. But, damn it, man. I'm afraid to do a dungeon now. I'm afraid my controller will lock up again. It's working now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the PCI Express. You're right. That should fix my issue. If I can find a backward compatible motherboard, though, that has updated drivers for like $30 more, that would be my best bet, because I'd have my Bluetooth and I'd have my USB parameters. That's the only thing. If I can find it, I would have spent $30 more. But the problem of it is driver updates and researching to see if they have updated drivers. But with the Black Friday, it's only 3 days, and we don't get as many deals as you guys do. You guys have a week of Black Friday there. No, not really. We have only 1 day of Black Friday here. But then we have Cyber Monday and then something else. So it seems like it's a long time. But a lot of the U.S. stuff capitalizes on burst sales. So they want you to buy the shit they're trying to get rid of really quick here. Like, you'll never still see, like, you'll see like promotional things like, we're gonna sell Xboxes for like $150 or something. I'm just making up an example, but there's only X amount in stock, right? I mean, most people would say, we know we're gonna sell 2,000 units, but they're gonna have like 200 in that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then of course people are buying it because, well, it's the holidays. So it gets nuts around here. People will straight up like push and shove for deals. I do everything online though. I don't ever go to a store anymore. Fuck that. And the holiday season's approaching, boys and girls. And my wish list will be coming out next month, this month. So sometime this month, closer to Thanksgiving, I will be bringing out my Christmas wish list for ZOS. That's to hopefully affect next year's game and things that could help improve the game as an overall. Nothing specific with classes, balance, or none of that crap. I let the devs do their jobs because, you know, that's what they do. They're the devs. I'm the player. I can whine and cry and throw temper tantrums and be like, I want my class to do this and I want my class to do that. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't really help. I'm trying to always make up stuff or make stuff where this would be cool for everybody if we had this. You know, this would be cool if we could do this. It's just a wish list. And you know what? And I was really happy last year. Last year, ZeniMax got like 4 out of 5 of my things on wish list, except the one thing that they did do. They gave me a theme, 2 new themes for my PlayStation. Thank you, Zos. But I wish you guys would take some of the art that you already have and just put, you know, the little icon buttons on it for Xbox and PlayStation players, because they would buy buy that shit up. I would spend $5 for each type of theme like that. Like, okay, here's a new Elder Scrolls theme for your Xbox for $5. Hello, click, boom. I'll take it. You guys already have the art. You don't have to make up the art. All you have to do is take the existing art, put a little music to it that you already have in your playlist, and then put little icons to it. That's it. Boom. Theme. $5 each for a massive amount of money just flowing in for shit you already have. Lots of money. You know? So I wish they'd do a little bit more on that spectrum. Oh, okay. We'll still longer sail than us. We get 3 days. Well, yeah, right. We have all these little catches, though. It's the way it is. They just want to sell. But anyways, guys, I didn't want to call it, and I wanted to do these dungeons, and I might later attempt it, but with this controller issue, and I'm a scared puppy. I don't even know how it all went down like that, but it definitely fucked up a lot of shit. It's working great now. My controller is doing some really cool stuff. Yeah, everything looks good, but I think Rock's right. I think it's just going to have to be that PCI Express. Unless I find a good motherboard that's backwards compatible with my CPU. If I can do that, I'll probably do that instead. But anyways, guys, all right, I'm going to call this. If anybody has any questions or comments, especially about like hardware or whatever, I'm not like, I'm a nerd, but there are bigger nerds than me, bigger nerds than I am. But yes, I am a nerd, especially when at hardware. I don't ever prefab anything either. And for anybody who doesn't know what a prefab is, that's a person who, well, a system that's prefabricated or pre-made. It's already put together. And real like nerdy people like me, we don't do that because we can save money by building it ourselves. We cut the middleman out. The people who put it together, we cut them out and we make it ourselves and we build the spec. So yeah, it's kind of cool when you know how to do that kind of stuff, you know. It's really actually badass. I used to rip shit apart as a kid. Like when my Nintendo went bad, my first Nintendo, my parents were going to throw it out. And I'm like, no, don't do that. And they're like, it's junk. It doesn't work anymore. I'm like, well, I know it doesn't work, but I want to take it apart. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I want to take it apart. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because I want to know how it works. If that makes sense. And from a hardware's perspective, it's kind of cool. You know, you can see all in controllers, the same thing. You see these mini motherboards and controllers, and you see all the little you know, all this stuff, and it's so badass. Like, to me, that's what I always liked. I used to fix controllers, like the bands and stuff in that when I was a kid, and little things. And I really liked it. I enjoyed it. You know, it was kind of a thing for me. You guys get better deals than Canada. Yeah, you know. Economy's different everywhere, though. I mean, that's the thing. On, you know, a macro level, you have, you know, your guys is, I think, I don't know. I haven't checked it lately, but Canada has been holding a lot of value, pretty good value on their currency for the most part, though. Inflation sucks, but yeah, man. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions, comments, just post below. Like I said, right here, I'm on controller. You can tell the difference when I'm on controller. I can just move, pan around, do all sorts of stuff. But when I'm on a keyboard and mouse, I cannot move this efficiently. So we'll get it done. And you guys kept hearing that cling, cling, tink, tink, tink. That's my driver being like, you know, fuck you, fuck you. Stuck, fuck. And they're like, oh, no. It sucks so bad. Alright, guys. I'll be on tomorrow, hell or high water. So I'll either be on here or I'll be on the PS4. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to log out. I'm going to look at either a backward compatible motherboard or a PCI Express USB card. A USB card for my PCI Express. So I'll be taking a look at that. Thank you, Rock, for that. Seeing you on Zionide's chat, dude. Oh, thanks, Fingers. Yeah, me and Zi are friends. That's my dude. And by the way, guys, if you aren't subbed to Zionide, please go check him out and hit the sub button. That is my dude. That's my European brother. He was doing Halls of Fabrication yesterday, and it was kick ass. It was a pickup group, and he got stuck at the door. I'm watching in the middle of class. Don't get caught, man. Do not get caught. But Zionide is my dude. That's completely my dude. He is so badass. Like, if you are not subbed to him, go hit the sub button. He is definitely really cool, knowledgeable. He doesn't play the whole bullshit meta. He will educate players. He's very helpful. And he has a better attitude than I do. So, but that's, like, me and Zi, we bullshit all the time. Like, I really like talking to Zionide. Out of everybody, other content creators, if me and Zi could collaborate ever, yeah, I would collaborate with Zionide every day of the week. Because, yeah, he's just that good. He's that kick-ass of a dude. Mystic, you have a good one, and I'll see you on PS4. Yeah, definitely. We'll run some stuff. Hey, what's up? Look at you. Oh, there he is. What's up, Rock? Yeah, he knows his stuff for sure. You know, and that's the one thing. Like, we don't play the meta. I mean, we play with what works. That's why I like Zionide. Versus everybody else who kept feeding bullshit. Me and Zi were the only ones who were talking about DRs back in the day. That's how I ended up subbing to Zionide initially. Because he was the only one beside me who acknowledged the fundamental mathematical laws that apply in this game, and it applies in every class-based MMO except Sandbox, True Sandbox, because there's hard caps. But that's why USA is the only country in the world that has to pay CBS to see Star Trek, the new Star Trek series. I bet. I haven't seen it. My dude was talking about it. I don't watch TV. This is what I do for my hobby. Yeah, he does, Mang. Yeah, and Zionide to me was like, when players were like ignoring it, and then you would bring it up, other players were just being toxic, like not, and it was on the forums. Like, there were forum players posting this shit, like old school gamers who had the mathematical like DR down to the percentage value of the percent. And the YouTubers were completely ignoring it, throwing out the laws that we know as MMOers. Like, they're laws. Chokethorn. They're laws. They've been in MMOs since the get. And when I was raising thing, it was like you had these trolls come in. Oh, what the fuck is this? And what the fuck is that? And I'm like, dude, do you guys even understand any of this? If you guys don't, please shut the fuck up. Because it's not me that's looking stupid right now. I've been doing this for 21 years. I'm not looking stupid. You're all looking dumb as a massive group of players who's been brainwashed. And all of a sudden I'm looking around and I see Zionide in Banished Cells. And he's working his DRs in this dungeon. And I'm like, look at this dude, man. He's on a console with no metrics at all. And he's working DR allocation point by point as he's in this dungeon. And I was impressed. I was so impressed with Zi from that. Like, from the rip. Like, I was like, this dude is the shit. Because he will not stop until he knows his diminishing values to his specifications for his build. And I'm like, yes, I'm subbing to this dude. And ever since then, I told everybody, go, before he even hit 1,000, I would tell players, go sub to this player. For God's sakes, if you're going to watch one fucking tuber, if there's only one tuber you're going to watch, I wouldn't even suggest me, go sub to this man. Hit it. Hit the button. Hit it. Hit this button. You always play Nords, even with healers? Really? Is it a fascination, Rock? I bet you're badass in PvP. Holy fuck. Nords in PvP rock. I'm telling you, man. You see a good Nord in PvP, man. That damage reduction is pretty badass. It's badass. But I'm telling you guys, like, so Zai's my dude. Always, always, always. He's always going to be my dude. That's one player, and I'm going to be supportive of the other YouTubers. And I'm not saying anything negative about them because lately I don't have too many negative things to say, though I haven't been trying to fish for a lot of things. And actually, when I've seen some of their newer videos, they've been positive. They've been kind of like more open. They've been more, you know, and that to me is a plus in the right direction for the community. And so long as it keeps going in that direction, hey man, thumbs up. I'm not going to be talking shit about you, but you coming out and you're going to say some stupid shit like this, and you're going to say stupid shit, I will come down and I will smack you with the fucking smack you with the real shit. Yes, I've got a Nord tank. It's a beast. Yeah, Nords are badass. I like every race in certain things. I like Argonian. I like Argonian in a lot of roles, tank or healer. And I feel like even in PvP, you can put DPS application because they can also mitigate a lot with their build. So there are a lot of things I feel like each class can contribute depending on what you're trying to bring, or you can offset the differences from what the class doesn't have. So the race might not have this, or the race might not have that stat. You could take other sets and incorporate it into your build, making it more plausible. So love it. Annoying emu. But yeah, dude, I mean, seriously, that's the one thing I really love about this game. I always tell people, play to your play style. Don't worry about meta. Don't worry about crap. Just do your thing and have fun. That's what this game's about. And it was funny because people were like, I build like all my builds are set around players who don't have. That's because contrary to popular belief, not everybody has a master weapon. Not everybody has a, vet DSA this, or people don't have. All right. So there might not be those players who have that. I don't know what's going on next room, but so how do you want those players to get access to it? How do you want players to play endgame if they don't have it? Can they? Are they not able to? Bullshit. So I want to always provide builds that allow players to go ahead and access content without restrictions. That's what I'm trying to do in this channel. That's it. Fuck the elitists who want to say it has to be this way. In this game, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. If you get it, cool. If you want to slot it, you want to put it in rotation, cool. But it's not a must. It's not a must. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? It's not a must-have. It's a perk. Thumbs up. Cool. You got it. Badass. Because you're trying to get better. But at the end of the day, I don't want players to feel like they can't do something because they don't have it. That's not what this channel's about, and it never will be about that. So I will always provide builds for players who want to play endgame and they don't have necessarily the gold jewelry or a weapon or a trait or something or a class that everybody's anticipating. I want players to be able to play the way they want to and still be able to be functional at endgame. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. That's it. But Zai, he plays to the same fiddle. He plays to the same conception that I do. And that's why I always, you agree? Thank you, Fingers. And that's why I will always promote Cyanide's channel over everybody else's. Because Cyanide is not feeding bullshit. He does the same thing that I do. And because of that, and because he puts things together for the average player to progress, that is a positive for this community, and that's what we need. We need more content creators who are open-minded, who said, you can do this, you can do that, here are your options, and this is how you can apply it. Those are the players that I will always feature and I will always respect. Ilola is so positive. If you want to see a very positive representative content creator for Elder Scrolls, go check out Ilola. She is so positive. She is so kind. She is, you know, involved in this game on and off, and she's so great. Meta is defined as players who min-max stats for a specific build, then try to force other players to use that build and play as they do. Exactly. And that's what they do. They try to force their that this is the only acceptable end game solution. And in a game like that, that's bullshit. If anything, I feel like their min-max is bullshit too, because they overlook obvious points. Like completely, like somebody had said, oh, you know, why would I need infallible ether? I'm like, because it's 100%. I only need one of you people to have a 5-piece set, so we have 100% guaranteed application. Don't fucking argue. Put it on and stick it. Because if you're a min-max player, if you are, you wouldn't fucking be taking 100% guarantee and flushing it down a toilet. But you do. But yet you're min-max? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Meta players will ridicule, denigrate, bully others that do not use their idea of the BIS build. Yeah, there's no BIS. There's no BIS. You can get certain builds to apply that will have better results based on parameters. Like I could take one set, put it on 2 different classes of 2 different races. I will have exactly opposite fucking results. That's fact. I've shown it. It's proven. And that's why there's no BIS. BIS in MMOs is linear progression. That is the law, and it's the rule. And they put the DRs in effect to typically ability rotations on cooldown effects. So when you were spamming and stuff, you see the diminishing rates in your abilities or rotation. So you can't control, you know, a fixed variable, right? It's an independent variable. It's independent, you know. It's completely there's nothing you can do. You can't change it. Dependent variables you can change, right? You can change dependence, but you can't change the independent variable. It's just like it's fixed. It's stuck. Plus you get a gear capped at CP 160 and never get any gear after that. So everyone in the game has the same gear cap, right? So there's no linear progression in this game. There isn't. And, you know, Cyanide, above all other players, understands build parameters, I think, a lot better than I hate to. And I'm not trying to be a dick and say this player is better, but I will. Actually, in this case, I will. I feel Cyanide is a better builder than most other gamers. Not to say their builds are bad, but he just knows what he's looking at when he's putting that class together. He understands why he's going in that direction. And the other players are trying to take the same rotation, apply it to the same set of gear, and testing out those gears at the same parameters. And guess what? In this game, that doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work. You cannot do that. If you do that, you're fucking yourself. You're fucking your builds up. You're fucking up. That's what you're doing. You can't do it. I can take the same ability applied in different configurations and get a completely different result based on those parameters. So why in the fuck would I anticipate that to set it up across the board, gear against gear, and expect the same results? It's never gonna fucking happen. It's like, hello. And I think Cyanide, and, you know, and not to toot my own horn, I think I come out with builds that are proficient. I wouldn't say my builds are exactly always the better solution. I feel like my builds serve their purpose of what I'm trying to do with them. That's why I don't consider myself a theory crafter. I will test the specifications, but I don't consider myself a theory crafter because I know how I'm building my class. Hence why I call myself a class builder. I am not a fucking theory crafter. People want to be a theory crafter, have at it. You'll be searching for fucking decades for what you're trying to find. I hope you find what you lost. It's your fucking mind. So have at your theories. I'm a class builder. If I want a Nightblade healer, I will build a Nightblade healer. If I want a Sork tank, I will build a Sork tank. I am a class builder. I will build it to the best of my ability for endgame based on the parameters that I'm needing for the content. That's how I build. So the theory crafters can keep with the theories. I only work in facts. I don't work with theories. I only work with what is presented to me and what I know to be true. So fuck the bullshit. But yeah, guys, if you guys aren't subbed to Zai, go check him out. He's the shit. He's a lot nicer than I am every day of the week. I will tell you guys that. He's one of the most pleasant people, funniest guys you will ever watch. He's entertaining. He's involved in the community. He's engaged. Go check him out. Anyways, I'm going to call this. I'm going to order some components. If anybody has any questions, comments, please post below. I want to thank you guys for watching my epic failure today due to hardware problems. But once again, thank you. I appreciate all the support you guys give me. I love you guys so much. And as always, have a nice day.